I just noticed a day or two ago that the rose bushes that are by the house are just starting, the buds are just starting to plump up a little bit. And to me, that says it is time to trim them back so that they are nice bushy plants this year, and at the same time to propagate some more plants so that I have more plants, more rose plants next spring or this summer. Hey, let's get started, and I will show you what I'm doing with the roses. And hey, this is actually a very good time to do your planning for your tiny gardens and spaces to grow food, herbs, and flowers in your tiny spaces. So check out the Garden Planning and Design Workshop or the guidebook at Delectable Tiny Gardens, the meeting place for people looking for food resiliency in tiny spaces. Or if you don't want to join us there, it's also available at Manitou Okas programs. And hey, I would love to have you come and join us, or yeah, give me a shout out and we'll see if I can give you some guidance in planning your space. So hey, like, subscribe, and hey, take a look at how I put together my plants for extra plants that I need going forward for my spaces.
It is early March and it is time to trim back the roses that are out front. So, trimming them back, I'm looking at them and I can see a little bit of bud growth on these roses. So, and the other thing I'm looking for is there's a little bit of green on that stem. So this is going to be very good wood to start to take some rose cuttings from and try to propagate these roses. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use this, although this probably would root, okay? But I like this part up here where the nodes and the branching and the leaves are a little bit closer together. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use these two branches, and I've got some more over here. Okay, so I'm going to start with a pruner. Okay. And for the roses, it's about 1-inch cutting for the rose. And I do this the same way that I do my mint family, the rosemary and the thyme. So so you've got your nodes at the bottom. So I get the nodes, the bottom of that damp, dip it in the rooting hormone. And that goes into the propagation tray I put that down about 1-inch or so. It has to have at least one node buried, and I prefer 2 if I can. So we're going to take a look at this one. Okay. I'm going to cut that right there. Okay, I've got a nice live wood at the top, live wood at the bottom. Get that end damp, the bottom end damp. So you're treating the bottom end with rooting hormone and ferment it into the sand propagation tray. So I've got 2 nice branches here. Cut it right below a node. On both sides. That top cut should be right above a node. The bottom cut should be right below a node. Okay. All right, that's all there is to it. And any of the extra rooting hormone, I toss that out because once you've dipped the plants in it, there's too much risk of transferring something to the container. So I just only put a little bit into the container that I'm going to be using and then dump that out when I get done. And then I set this aside where it's going to get a little bit of filtered light and keep as warm as I can. And we'll give this about 2 or 3 weeks. And usually most of these will root in anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. And then once they root, do you transplant them to their own containers in the appropriate pot and medium for that particular plant.
Hey, thanks for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed that demonstration as much as I enjoy propagating roses. And most plants you propagate about the same way. A little bit of difference from different plants, but that's pretty much the basics for the easy ones. And hey, come and join us at Delectable Tiny Gardens, the meeting place for people looking for food, herb, and beautiful resiliency in tiny spaces. So subscribe, and hey, come and join us. We'll see you there. Hey.